We are reporting today that the Huawei Ascend chip ban is indeed back on. The United States government has issued guidance, and that guidance is that having or using the Ascend series of chips is in violation of U.S. export controls, and there will be administrative, as well as substantial criminal penalties issued to people who use these chips. Now, I also have to issue myself an apology to you, my viewers. 2 days ago, I broke this story to you. However, I incorrectly reported that the ban was off. Well, it was sort of incorrect. What I had for you was I had two different versions of the website. I brought receipts, and I showed you where clearly in one version of the website, they had it laid out that the ban was on, export controls, everything like that was highlighted. And on the other version, they didn't. And in my head, I said, this is an official government website where millions of people like me, Americans, can come to at any time to look to guidance from our government. And you would think that this would be a professional website, okay? i.e., they're not going to flip-flop and waffle back and forth and edit it in real time. However, I was mistaken because people kept alerting me saying, Ruben, no, the website has changed again. And so then I heard last night from Beijing that yes, indeed, it was official. Went to the website and absolutely they had changed it again. And so I cannot believe this, that to an official place like that where they're making a press statement, where they are issuing guidance to the world about a law that essentially threatens you with criminal action, that they would edit this live on their site. If you don't understand what I'm saying, usually any responsible adult that runs any business of any type of significance or any organizations of any type of significance, you will have your decisions made prior to updating your website so that you're not editing it live and people see all the different versions as you put it out. Which was the mistake I made because I assumed that they just simply made one mistake. No, that's not the case. People pointed out they had changed this multiple times. They were literally updating it live to the website as they were drafting this concept of a plan out. And unfortunately, they arrived at the worst possible decision. Let's go ahead and let's read what, I don't want to say it's the finalized version of the bill because we never know, but I would assume that this is the finalized version of the bill. Guidance on application of General Prohibition 10, GP10, to People's Republic of China, PRC, Advanced Computing Integrated Circuits, ICs, otherwise known as chips. Summary, we're not going to go to that. Let's just come down to the meat and potatoes. I do need to just move this over real quick so I can do this for you. BIS is advising the public. And so who's the public? They're advising everybody in the world, okay, including China in some ways, right? That the use of ICs meeting the parameters for control under Export Control Classification number ECCN 3A090 that have been developed or produced by companies located in, headquartered in, or whose ultimate parent company is headquartered in country group D5, including the PRC or Macau, may implicate the EAR's GP10. Engaging in GP10 activities, including use of such PRC, People Republic of China, 3A090 ICs, integrated chips, without BIS authorization. So understand, world. I know a lot of you are out there. I have a worldwide audience. Understand, you cannot use these chips without coming to the U.S. government and asking them for authorization. Could result in substantial criminal and administrative penalties. There you have it. Criminal and administration penalties, but substantial criminal penalties. The following is an illustrative list of PRC 3A090 ICs subject to the presumption that GP10 restrictions apply. This list is not exhaustive. What does that mean? That means that they can update it at any time. And GP10 restrictions apply whenever a person has knowledge that a violation of the EAR has occurred, is about to occur, or is intended to occur in connection with PRC 3890 ICs or other items subject to the EAR, including boards, servers, or assemblies. Whether or not included on this list will be updated as needed. What does that mean? That basically means that if you're using anything from China, even if it's on this list, watch out. You can become a target at a whim of the US government. Okay? That's literally what it's saying. I'm not making that up. The list is not exhaustive. It can be updated at any time. Okay? It includes items that are not on this list, including boards, servers, and assemblies. You can have knowledge, as long as they can show that you have knowledge of the violation of the EAR, or that the knowledge was about to occur, or that was intended to, that this violation was intended to happen, you are liable. So how do you prove you don't have knowledge of something? The government just says you have knowledge, right? And they're in their courts of laws with their judges who are going to find things their way. You ever watch when the government takes on these super large cases like they do in these antitrust cases? They'll put forth the weakest arguments, but guess what? They always win. Why? Because it's their courts. So here's the part that I find a little bit hilarious here. PRC 3890 IC is subject to presumption of GP10 restrictions. This is the list so far. Let's go ahead and read it. Official government document to the entire world advising them that if they were to use these chips, they are subject to substantial criminal and administrative penalties. What are the chips? Huawei Ascend 910B, Huawei Ascend 910C, and Huawei Ascent 910D. Are you kidding me? In a list like this, you can't even spell the chip name right. This isn't like, okay, this who proofread this? Did anybody proofread this? Did you even look at it twice? This is really obvious. When I make spelling errors in a text to my mom, I'll correct them. But that's not even a big deal. This is an official document that is threatening the world, anybody in the world, with criminal sanctions, and they can't take the time in an official document that's threatening people to at least spell the items right in their list. The Huawei Ascent, you have it correct up above twice. Did anybody even bother to read this before you released it? Oh, wait, no, we know you didn't, because you literally were changing it live on the site at a whim. So I don't know what else there is to say, guys. That's it, right? The government of the United States of America has spoken. And I would say that I personally, if I ran a business in Australia or in Germany, I absolutely would not consider using a server with a Huawei chip now, because to me, this would be terrifying. Looking at the Meng case, where Canada arrested a permanent resident of their own country because a New York-based judge issued a warrant for her arrest. Okay, I would not trust for sure any Western government. So I would follow this. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. It doesn't mean I agree with it. I absolutely don't agree with it. Okay. I think that, like Jensen Huang said, you want to have fair and open trade and competition on the free market to refine these companies and make them the best version of themselves. This is protectionism to the max, but I don't make the decisions, guys. So again, I apologize for getting it wrong the first time. Understand that I made a bad assumption in assuming that there were professionals who would not be updating the site live multiple times in real time. I thought they made one error and they were done. Nope, they were just going through and editing it like a Word doc live to the world. Sounds ridiculous, but it's basically what was happening. Okay, well, that's what I got for you guys today. If you like this type of content, please hit like and subscribe down below. All you out there, have a great weekend.